almost there. Just setting up here a little bit. Hi guys. Hi, it's the I'm just setting up here a little bit. I'm almost done. I want to put the hang on, let me see what's going on here. I want to put the link for the coloring book. So let me put this in the chat here first. This is going to be from, so I'm working on an image from my coloring book. And I just want to put the coloring book here in the chat. Hang on a second. It was my first ever coloring book. So I'm kind of redrawing the image from it. And I'm going to put it in the... I just want to put it in a chat. Oh, this is distracting me. So let me get the link for it. It's on Amazon. Paste that. It was my first ever coloring book. So I'm recreating that image, but this time I'm recreating the image in a different way. And that's what we're going to be doing today. Okay, so it's there. It's there. I'm going to pin the message. Alright, there we go. So if you see the message that is pinned, that's going to be the coloring book. Hi, help. This is somebody with help and those marks on there. That's how you doing? Yes, I'm going to be drawing. Let me flip through here real quick, first of all, in this book so you guys can see what I've been working at. So this was a coloring book that I printed out on cardstock. And they gave me, you know, an extra page in there. So what I do is I color in the page and then I do a drawing on the next page that they gave me that is free. You can see here, color in the page and then create a drawing on the next page. Coloring and then do a drawing. Coloring again. I use Ohuhu markers and then do a drawing. Coloring again. So whenever you see a title picture, that is a coloring page. It's from my book too. It's from this book. It's also available on Amazon. So this is a drawing. This is a coloring from my book too. And today we're working on this. This is going to be a drawing. So today we're drawing. Hi, Shauna. So today we're working on this drawing. This drawing is from this book. This is also a coloring book on Amazon. So that's where that drawing is coming from. This was my first ever drawing, coloring book. It's on Amazon. It's all Siamese fighting fish. And it's available on Amazon. I have the link to it in the pinned chat. With all the spark gone, we can now return life to our planet, and fate has yielded its reward. A new world to come, huh? I don't know what we should say. Those drawings are so cool. Thank you, Shauna. So we're working on this today. We started this yesterday. And we're on the inking phase, so I'm taking the ink and we have a little bit left here. That's what we're going to be working on today. This is a brush, we don't need that. I couldn't find my favorite fine liner, so I used this one, which is an 8. It's a little bit bigger. Hi guys, please help me like the live. You could just hit the like button. I think the more likes we have in here is the more people they can send us. If you're here, please, you could hit the like button. It helps me out a little bit. And we're just gonna continue here. Let me see where I should start. So the tricky part about this part is that my pen is a little bit big. It's an 8, but I just want the fine lines, so I'm gonna keep doing this a lot. I'm gonna keep doing a lot of that. It's a famous speech from Transformers. You have oh boy, thank you so much. I don't know if I should take that as a compliment or whatever, but thank you so much, Portia. So these lines, what I'm trying to do here, I'm not doing the perfect ink work because this is not going to be a coloring page. What I'm doing is I just want to put down a little bit of ink on there, because what's going to happen is we're going to go in with an eraser and take the pencil work out, and then we'll go in with the markers on top of it. So it's going to be, I'm going for that kind of like watercolor effect. So I just want there to be a little bit of ink that will be able to guide me to show me where these lines could have been. If I was working on a coloring page, I would go for bold lines like you see in here. Alright, so this was from my first ever coloring book, guys. If you want to support me, you could get this coloring book on Amazon. It's less than $10. It has more than 40 images in it. Bluey the bear. Hi Bluey. What's going on? Guys, please help me hit the like button. YouTube too has a like button in there that you can hit. It can help me out. I think the more likes you have is the more they may suggest a live to people. So that would help me out, guys. So this fin up here, I want it to be like it's a little bit carved in a little bit. It's like I'm looking for that wave right there, like that. So I'm gonna carve this one in a little bit more. And of course, after we go in with the colors, we're gonna use markers for this one. That's why I want it to be as loose as possible, because we're not gonna use colored pencils. It will be able to, after we put in the colors, it will be defining it a lot better. This will be visible a lot better, because here, set on top here, we'll go in with the light ones, and in the inside it will be a little bit darker, so you'll be able to see that motion. These lines are getting used to drawing in Procreate, where you just pull the line like this and hold it and it snaps. Gets you spoiled when you go back to pencil and paper, because you can't hold the line to snap. You just have to keep practicing it like that in order for you to be able to make that curve. I'm gonna tilt this a little bit. Actually, let me do this. Let me fold it back. This is a larger book, and I've been working in this book for some time now. If anybody needs a flip through, all you have to do is just ask, and I'll give you a flip through it. There's a lot of coloring pages printed out in here from my latest book, the Tato Seed Tato coloring book. So when I went to go print it out at Staples, they gave me extra pages in between. So what I do is I color in the page, and then on the next page that they gave me free paper, I go ahead and just do a drawing like we're doing today. But in all of them, I use the Ohuhu markers. So it's a project that is teaching me more how to use markers, the alcohol markers that I keep using from Ohuhu, who are not sponsoring this video. Ohuhu, if you're there and you're looking for some people to put some sponsorship into, I'd be glad if you pick me up. Maybe if you guys can keep liking and sharing, then we can notify Ohuhu that there's somebody who could use a sponsorship of theirs. Please go ahead and like. And you can ask me anything. You can ask me anything in the chat. Anything you want to know. I'll try to answer it to the best of my knowledge. Yesterday we were forced to turn off the live. I don't know what happened there. But YouTube sent us a notification that we were supposed to turn off the live or we were going to get banned. I don't know what that was all about, but it was kind of scary. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish up this line. I want the outside line to be a lot more perfect than these ones. These are just suggested lines and just to throw in some ink there. We're gonna go a lot more vivid when it comes to the scaling here. But these ones are just okay like that. I had a fine liner that I was looking for. I had a 2. I couldn't find it, so I'm just working with an 8. I have to be very cautious because this 8 will put a very big line. Let me show you what I mean. So this 8 could give you that thin line, but it could also give you that. So you want to be very careful. I'm trying to go for this, not this. It's micron pens. So I want it to be on the side of the pen for as much as possible, so I can dab the littlest ink for a fine line. Either way I do it, I gotta go for whatever I have and just try to make it work. I'm not a perfectionist in any way. I'm gonna try to slide on this one on top. Thank you, Olaf. Thank you, Olaf Lola. Thank you, thank you. I really appreciate it. And also, guys, please, if you haven't subscribed and you find this interesting, please, you can give me a subscribe. It means a lot. A subscription. It means a lot to me. It's the biggest support that you could ever give. a small YouTube. So when we finally go in with the markers, it's going to be a lot more definite. I'm going to show you the markers I work with. It's this stuff right here. It's the cheapest of this brand, of the Ohuhu brand. These ones with the chisel, they have the chisel. I don't know if you can see it pretty good. They have the chisel and the fine print. Those are the cheapest they have. I got a set of 360 and it was, I think, $200. But that brand, their markers could be really, really, really expensive. But they do wonders. When you start coloring with them, I don't think there's any other marker there that is matching them like that for the price. So this image, I'm reworking an image from my first ever coloring book, which is this coloring book. You can see this. Somebody went and sabotaged it. This with coloring, with colored pencils. And this is a book that is on Amazon. You can get it for less than $10. So I left the link to it in the chat. There's a link for it. It's a pinned comment. It's the pinned. So now I'm gonna go in for these, and I'm gonna try to just fill this in a little bit. Not very definite, so I'm still going for that loose line. I'm still going for that loose line. It's gonna be more definite here on the eyes. Probably it's gonna be the feature. And I'm going to define out the most. I don't want this to be very pronounced. And what's gonna happen is when we color them in, I'm still going for that loose look because it's gonna be more like of a watercolor kind of thing. But the effect is gonna be done with the markers, of course. And this is a better fish, or as they're commonly known, Siamese fighting fish. I learned a lot about these fish. Well, it's the pet I keep at home. That's why I got interested the first time to do a book about it. But I learned a lot about them when I was creating that book, because in that book I had to put fun facts in it. So I had to educate myself a little bit about this fish, and it's really interesting. So in my book, you're gonna get not just the illustrations. I actually had some school in Australia that contacted me, and they said they were using the book for its images. They needed permission to recreate the image for the kids, but they were so impressed by the fun facts about it. It was interesting to them. But yeah, the book is on Amazon for less than $10. You can check it out. I have the link to it pinned in the chat. It's the first message that you're going to see from me. It's highlighted and pinned. There we go. Yeah, I don't want this to be pronounced, so I want them to be that a little bit, just to suggest where the scales should be. So when we finally go in with the marker and we paint on top of it with the marker, it will be able to show that there is some kind of scale suggestion underneath it. That's That's what I'm trying to go for. Yeah, that's good. And the way those markers work, even the pencil work, if you leave it on and you go paint on top of it with the pencil work, sometimes it shows through a little bit and it looks good, and I like that feeling. Please go ahead and hit the like button if you're here. It helps me out a little bit. So right here on his face, I think is where we're gonna have the most defined lines. It's gonna be darker there. These pens are good too. Every once in a while, you may even feel like you're shading with a pencil. I forget that I have a pen in my hands. And of course it's ink. Whenever it goes, you can't take it out. But it's a good feeling. The way it spreads its ink. Almost feels like a pencil, a graphite. There we go. Now you guys are gonna help me choosing the colors that we're gonna do this guy in. And now that I'm almost done with the inking, let's see the suggestions that you guys have for the colors. What colors do you think will make it pop? We're trying to go for a bright color scheme. So the way I work is we find a color that we want to be the major color, and then we find colors that are close to it for the shades. We go darker. For the brightness, we go a little bit light. So if I may give you an example of this, this is all one color, but it has shades and it has bright. This is the same one color. It has shades and it has bright. So we go from dark to lighter. Let's see if I have another one in there colored in. It's the same thing here. It's the same color, but it has darks and it has lights. So it's the same thing here. So what colors do you guys think will be good for this fish? What colors should we go for? I'm gonna bring out the palette in a little bit, but you can let me know. You could suggest some colors you think will be good with this fish. You could just write it in the chat and I'll know what you guys think will go good with it. We could choose from that. And I think I'm gonna take my eraser now and dab a little bit, especially on the ends. Take some of that graphite out. I don't want all of it to go out, because trust me, when I paint on top of it with a marker and some of it shows through, I actually like that. It maintains its illustration. Let me bring out the powder. High-X Lure 9X. I think that's how you read your name. So these are the greens. These are the cooler colors. I have these, the fall colors here too. I have these. I was thinking about these, going for these type of colors. A little bit of orangey, yellow stuff. And I have the blues. If there is anyone who wants to see, if there's anyone who wants to see any colors being used before I choose colors, this is the time you could suggest some colors. If nobody wants to see a specific color being used, I'm gonna go for the orange yellows. I'm gonna go for these. Let me see if anybody's gonna suggest colors. Hi, he. Drawing your kids. No, I'm not drawing my kid, I'm drawing fish. But yeah, if nobody's suggesting, I'm gonna go for this color palette. I think it may look good most in this color palette right here. Alright, so that's it. Let's look for some yellows and ochres. Yeah, I like this. Mid-orange. So the way I usually choose colors, say if I took this one, I'll go with this and I'll go with this. And then this one will be on top as the lightest as well. And I want to show you guys how I work with markers to create work. But I think if I go for this, it will look more like a human skin. I don't want to. Maybe I should go for this. So I'm going to choose an orange, French vermilion, orange, chrome orange, and peach puff. Alright, so let me write those down. YR4 96, and then YR696, YR792, and the darkest is gonna be the YR892, so French vermilion. So here's the hard part, to try to look for the colors. We're gonna try to look for all of them. It's a set of 360 colors. So, and they have all numbers that look like the same. So we need a YR892. Uh, 696, 892. This is a French vermilion. 892, YR496. I have some colors out. I strongly suggest that after using your colors, it's a good thing to put them all back in. 696. They're bulky. That's the YR496. 696, we have that one. We need one more, YR792. That's the orange. Alright, so I'm gonna bring a colorless mix as well. And I'll bring my white gel pen. Alright guys, so I'm gonna demonstrate to you guys how I use the alcohol markers. Hang on.